This week on the Weekend Homestead, another round of updates from the front porch. As you can see, we've got ourselves a little front porch this week. Got some updates on the vault. We've got some additional framing done. We've gotten all our materials here for our next build out, which will be the sunroom, and just some general stuff done on the house. So I'll take you on a quick tour here and kind of give you an update on where we're at. All right, here we are. We're in the main space. As you can see, our vaulted ceiling is up. Everything is ready to go and framed in. All of our stuff for our kitchen is ready. Our windows are in. Over on this side here, you can see right here, fireplace, all ready to go. So interesting thing about this fireplace is if you look, there's a hole that goes down to the basement. There's actually a heat duct that's gonna run, so the fireplace will sit here, and then the ductwork will run behind and then down into that opening there. Essentially, you'll see a fireplace that goes from basically a hearth and mantle on the bottom part, and then the rock goes all the way up. But what you won't see is inside of there's ductwork that actually runs down to the furnace. And when our furnace is running on fan, it pulls the heat off of the fireplace and circulates it through the house, so we can heat the whole house with a wood-burning fireplace right here, which is pretty cool. We've ordered our kitchen. It's on its way. This is basically all set up and ready to go. Our kitchen window is in and good to go. Our vault is in for the vaulted ceiling. So if you're kind of catching us midway, this wall was closed off here back in the day, and then this was closed off, and there was a little kitchen here, and then you came into a small living room, and then around the corner there was a dining room. And the ceiling was very low because they had beams in here. We've got some of our insulation bats up on the top kind of coming in, and we're starting to seal up the inside here. This next week is going to be a big week. We're going to hopefully get this additional window in back here. Sorry it's so dark. You can see all of our insulation is starting to show up, and all of our electrical, so we can start doing all the electrical and wiring in this place. The framing for the 2 bathrooms are still done. Plumbing will start sometime this week. Now let me take you downstairs and I'll show you kind of what we're doing down in the lower level. So we're doing just kind of some basic updates. There was some plumbing and some piping that kind of ran up and out there. That's been patched in. Most of the electrical and plumbing down here has been pulled out. As you can see, it's all been removed. Our furnace here is in and ready to go, so we'll be doing that this week. And then over here, we got our sheetrock up on the wall. On the bottom, on the floor here, you'll see an F. That's for the furnace. The D right here is for a drain. So this week we're going to be busting out the floor and putting in a floor drain right there. And then WH is the water heater. We started to run some of our electrical. Kind of got everything straightened up. Getting ready to make the move upstairs. Got some plywood down here for the electrical. Some 2x4s for some additional framing. And then I'll show you this over here. This was the former laundry room. I'm sorry for all the fans. So this was the old laundry room right down here. This drain right down here is actually going away, and this will be the floor of the closet. On this side over here, you see the PT, that'll be the pressure tank, and D is where drain is. This will be a little water closet that'll be inside of this bedroom. It's kind of where the well comes into the house, and do a little bit of updating, but basically that plumbing will stay right there. It'll be housed inside of here. You won't hear anything in the house or anything like that. But basically, essentially, you have your plumbing right down here, and everything will work out. And then you'll still have a full closet down here. I did want to show you this little guy. As you can see, new piece of plumbing up there. There was a bunch of copper piping up on the ceiling up here, and when I was taking it out with the reciprocating saw, the copper pipe gave way. I fell forward, and the saw nicked the pipe right here. Well, this is the pressured line that goes from the well all the way over to the shutoff right down here. Well, the problem with that is since it broke in the main feed line, it just kept pumping water into the basement. So I essentially flooded this entire half of the basement here, and with that drain not working, flooded the entire half of the basement until the pressure dropped on this side of the line and all the water leaked out of the house. So kind of a mess down here. Ended up chewing up a majority of my day yesterday, but I got all this cleaned out. This will get busted up this week, so next time you take a look at this. This will all be busted up. There'll be a drain there. That one will be gone. The drain over there will be done. And hopefully the rough in for the plumbing will come in. Right here is the soil pipe as it stands today. This will get changed out and completely updated. This water tank will come out of here, and this will all be new. All this plumbing right here will be gone, and we'll just tap in so our bathroom down here still works. So all right now we have in the house is this sink and that toilet, and that's it. And then this little guy right here is our water heater. This weekend I brought a little helper with me, but it's kind of taking a nap right now. So the project's coming together really well. I kind of had a couple setbacks. One, the water issue this week where the water line blew in the basement. I had a big mess to clean up, and then also had to fix the water line. And number two, I'll show you in a second here, but somehow we got a flat tire, so I'm waiting to get out there and get that taken care of before we can leave. But Cameron's taking a nap downstairs. We'll have a little bit of food and stuff like that and hopefully get out of here in a little bit. But that's what this looks like this week. Major stuff happening this week. Number one, the sunroom on the back of the house is being built. Number two is the rough in for the plumbing is going in. Number three is the furnace is getting installed. And number four is we're just doing some general sealing up around the sofas, fascias, and kind of getting ready for roof. Hope is that the sunroom is done next week, so that then the following week, it's all the plumbing, all the electrical, get our inspections, and we can insulate this place and be ready to go. It'd be nice having a furnace in here. Right now we have a small electric heater that we use downstairs, but once we get that furnace and fireplace in, we're gonna be rocking up here. Next time you'll see us, we'll be, hopefully the fireplace will be in, we'll have the furnace in, we'll have the rough in and the plumbing in, and we'll start putting in the electrical. The sunroom should be on the back. I have a mountain of people helping out this next week, and we're hoping to get everything done. Right there. Looks crouched down. You see him right there? And see how close we can get. He was right here on the side of the house. There he goes. That deer was standing right here next to the side of the house when I came outside to do a little recording on the front. My friend the dumpster is back again. Got another dumpster. See the deer? It's still standing right there. It just keeps following me around. I'm trying to do a recording here and he just keeps following me. But so here's our dumpster. We got another one. This is I think our 6th dumpster for different building materials and stuff. Making some pretty good headway here on the firewood pile. Got about a third of it stacked up here. Hopefully we'll get the rest of it stacked up, and this will be enough oak to last us for at least this season and maybe the next. A couple other updates. Our trusses are in. So that's our trusses for the sunroom. And then under this tarp, that tarp, the pile in there, and the little bit of material we have, that should be everything. And next time you'll be checking in with us, there'll be a porch right here and also a sunroom. So it'd be a good finish to the backyard here. That's our electric service pole right there. And you can see all these flags. They're going to take these white flags, follow them around, and then go all the way up to the house and up to the service point on the house. We've been having some real issues with electrical on our property. So by them running this underground, it'll help us out. Hopefully have more reliable service. So this here is the right-of-way that the service for the house comes in on. You see right back there, there's the house and the line goes through. The issue that we have is stuff like this happens. Mr. Bear came over here and decided that he wanted to chew on this for a little bit. And we end up having this scenario where this gets all chewed up. So they're gonna come and take all these poles out, run the electrical underground, and hopefully give us some better service. We're hoping that that'll happen in the next 2 weeks. So time will see if that's gonna happen or not, but it's looking like it will because they're starting to mark out the flags and everything on the property. Here's how far we are on the project. It's coming together pretty good. Like I said before, windows, doors, steps, everything pretty much is in for the front of the house. Same thing with the back of the house. We hopefully will get the sun porch on this week. We are going to add an additional window on the front here and a small deck to get to the front door. So those will be 2 additional pieces that we're going to be adding to the project this year, at least. Hopefully to get to the point where we can get siding on the house. I'd really like to get it sided before winter, but we'll see what happens. This week on the Weekend Homestead, flat tire, thumbs down. So it was bound to happen eventually, but got a flat tire today, so going to take care of this before we head back to town. So I've been sitting here doing the from the front porch, and I look right in there. There's a doe, and there's a little buck, just hanging out in the front yard here, watching me do from the front porch. It's going to come right out into the yard here. Watch, right over by the birch trees, right there. Happens all the time here. We've had bear and deer and everything, and you know, there's not very many houses on the road that we're on here, so it's really quiet. But yep, we got some deer right there in the front yard.